Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very little chill stream here we're going to be doing today. Yeah, today we are going to be going live with more Shining Pearl. It's been a little while since I've actually played this, and actually forgot that I have my own layout for this. Yeah, hey everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and yeah, welcome to today's stream here. I actually don't really remember where I left off in this. Like, obviously I know I'm still in the post-game and doing a bunch of stuff in there. I don't, honest to God, remember, like, where I am, like, as far as how much stuff still needs to be done. I can think of a few things, and today's stream's gonna be very, like, low-key in regards to that, so let's just kind of go ahead and get things rolling here then. Not sure what I was doing on Route 212 here. It is nostalgic to hear this music again, though, for sure. It's like, what was I doing on this route? Was I grinding money? I, honest to God, don't remember the last time I played this game here. Don't have berries planted. Who's in my party right now? Yeah, this sounds about right here. Maybe I was money grinding. I actually don't 100% remember, to tell you the truth. Anyways, that's fine though. Does Jin still know false swipe? I think he does. Yes, okay. That's good because... Wait, what's in the... A lot of Surskit has been spotted at Lake Verity. Well, let's go check that out. That's right near the beginning, yes. Let's go check out and see if we can find some Surskits. Not my intention to do today, but this should be a pretty quick and easy capture here. Yep, indeed, there's Surskits here. I always thought Surskit was an interesting Pokemon, just, like, Water and Bug was kind of a, like, strange type at the time. And then, once it evolves, it kind of becomes a bug flying type, which isn't a unique type by any means, but the fact that it also, trying to find the ball that would be good for this, and I don't appear to have any net balls. Seriously? I'll throw a nest ball anyway, why not? A regular Pokeball would have been able to catch this most definitely, but yeah, I always just found it interesting, like, how good a netball would be on a Surskit, since it's good on both its types, and it was also just a Pokemon that I remember way back in the day, like, before I even had I was gonna say before I had a Gen 3 game, no, but before I had one of the Hoenn games, I knew a guy on my bus at the time that had Ruby, and he ended up trading me over a couple of things to Leaf Green, I guess, so, and Surskit ended up being one of those, which kind of surprises me looking back, because that's actually kind of a rare Pokemon otherwise. I don't know, it just kind of, like, memory kind of just stuck with me a little bit. Anyways, as far as what we're actually doing today, let's head to Celestic Town, because that's actually probably our closest destination here. And I want to check my bag here really quickly. I probably got this already, but it's hard for me to know if I did or not. I might... Do I have repels here first and foremost? Yeah, I do, okay. Sorry, just something kind of cropped in my mind when I saw that, when I realized kind of what area I was going off to. I'll get some of these berries that I planted a very long time ago and probably just have not returned to. I'm heading into Mount Cornet here, and I think if you kind of have an idea, well, based on my tweet that I sent out earlier with what I was saying about things, yeah, you can probably tell what we're going to be doing today on today's stream here. It's honestly hard for me to remember kind of what hasn't really been shown off yet, to tell you the truth. There's a couple of things I can think of, but not too many that I can think of. Now, let's put some repels up here. There's an item in this room that I'm actually not sure if I got yet or not, but in order to get, I have to go all the way through, like, the other side of Mount Cornet, so I don't know if I've actually gotten it yet or not, to tell you the truth. Anyways, what I'm actually coming down here for is to immediately defog this away here. And yeah, you probably know what we're doing here. We're gonna be fishing, because there is a very rare Pokemon that can show up in this lake here. Wait, hold on, do I have a hold on, yeah, I'm just gonna replace the fishing rod with the old rod here, because I think any fishing rod can work for this, but yeah, we're gonna be fishing here for a while. There's a very rare Pokemon that can show up in this lake here, and yeah, I think it's only on like 4 squares out of the entire lake that it can show up on, and it changes every day, so it's gonna be a while that we're gonna be here. If I remember to press the right buttons here, I'm remembering the original game too much, where it was with the Y button to use key items there. I think on the squares it shows up on, it has like a 50% chance, so I'll probably give this a few tries on each square here and see kind of how this goes. Yep, otherwise, this is pretty much what we're going to be looking at today. Watch my luck we find a freaking, like, shiny Magikarp or something in the process of doing all this. Okay, so, like, this will be my last time going after this particular square here, and then I'll move up another one here. I don't know why they made this thing, like, impossibly annoying to find. It's like, this is a big lake here, too, so Hope you guys like fishing, because that's what we're going to be doing today. There's a carp. Yeah, there's a Pokemon in this lake called Feebas, which is pretty much the only way in the game you're going to be able to get it. I don't think it's in the Grand Underground, but I actually don't remember. If it was, I would honestly probably rather get it there, but I don't think it is. I'd like if I could actually hook something here. Yeah, it's just gonna be carp again. Like, again, I'm pretty sure Feebas can only show up on, like, 4 squares in this entire pool, and this is a massive area, so... we're gonna get comfortable here. Especially if the rod decides to just not work like it should. Keep pressing the wrong button again. It is a little weird for this remake that they changed the, like, key item button from the Y button to being on the start button. Like, that's, like, one of the things that does kind of... just one of those weird little things I've noticed with this. Okay, well, clearly it's not liking me finding anything here, so... none, because I'm not interested in doing that. We're fishing Feebas today, and that's what our idea is. Didn't mean to use that. If I deselect the other items in that, does it still bring up the prompt for it? No, okay, thank God. That helps a lot there. Yeah, so... What is going on? I don't know if I have any interesting stories or not, but... Yeah, it's... Not as of right now, anyway, but... I feel like probably any more interesting commentary is probably going on in the Sly Cooper streams that have been going on more recently, but yeah. I think I've already searched this square long enough here. They did a really good job with, like, the surfing remix in this. I think the surfing theme in the original was a little basic, but I really like the remix of it a lot in this game. This game just has a really nostalgic sounding soundtrack in general. Yeah, I think later, the reason I'm choosing to do an afternoon stream is that I think later tonight, at least from what I've talked to with some people, I think we might be trying to get together and play Mario Party again for the first time in a little while, so that should be fun to kind of get together and play. It's been a while since I've played that with some friends. Guessing this square's probably not yielding much of anything. Again, the odds of Feebas are super low. There was a way in the original regarding to, like, mixing records, I think, to help get it a little bit easier, but it's, like, I don't even know if mixing records is in this or not. I want to say it's probably not, because that'd be a very strange feature to incorporate on the Switch, but yeah, I'm not actually sure. I don't think mixing records is in this, though. this square here. I think I've explored this basement area well enough normally. It's been so long since I've done, like, the main story of this now, because I think this has been going on, like, yeah, this must be going on over 2 years, because this game came out in, like, late 2021, so I think the main story was finished up probably by, like, the following June or, like, sometime in the following, like, 2022, so I'm trying to think of, like, what else still needs to be done. There's, like, a lot of legendaries at Rhamnus Park that still need to be caught. There's one legendary from, like, the base game that I still have yet to actually catch. That was, like, in Diamond and Pearl as well, and I sometimes just keep forgetting about that one, but it's still, like, on my radar. If I clear this fast enough today, I might consider going after that, because I don't think that would take me too long to catch, but yeah, there's that. There's a few more, like rematches, like the Gym Leader rematches and the Elite Four rematches and stuff, and besides, like, a couple of, like, super bosses at that point, I think that might be just about it, I think. So there's also, like, I want to show the Arceus fight off at some point, but I know to do that, I need to actually go back and, like, play and finish, like, the post-game of Legends Arceus, and it's not one of those things that, like, I wouldn't mind doing, but I also, every time I try and play that, I play it for, like, I'd say I probably play that for, like, an hour or more and not end up doing anything other than just wandering aimlessly, and it just kind of throws me off every time I try and do that I want to do something, and it just puts me off and puts me in a weird mood every time I play it, but yeah. Man, I swear to God, every screen transition is gonna, like, keep me on edge here, just feeling like it's either gonna be a shiny Magikarp pop out, or it's gonna be, like, Feebas, which feels like a freaking white lion at this point. I think there's only one rarer Pokemon that you could probably find, and that would be if you were to use a Munchlax from the Honey Trees, specifically. Thankfully, Munchlax you can find in the underground in this game a lot easier, but otherwise it's like a 1% encounter on Honey Trees, and only on, like, I think it's only on, like, 2 Honey Trees in the entire game, and they're random for each playthrough, I think, so it's either 2 or 4. I never remember, like, how many Honey Trees it is specifically, but it's not every one, and it's a 1% encounter rate on top of that, so yeah, Munchlax is not the most fun thing to find normally, unless you, like, go for the underground method. So yeah, how's everyone else's day going today? I had a pretty decent grocery run this morning, as far as, well, if you count decent as going for a few things and then spending over $170, because you find a lot more stuff than you think you want, and you're like, oh, right, I need laundry detergent. Let me buy a big thing of that so I don't have to buy it again for another, like, 5 months. Or let me buy, like, I don't know, like, more beef that I don't need because I have, like, 3 roasts in my freezer that I need to still cook or something. Like, yeah, it's kind of just a never-ending struggle, you know? otherwise, my day's going alright. I have this thing on weekends where, like, after, like, a full week of work, I almost just don't feel like doing anything on the weekends, and often I kind of just don't do anything on weekends, so... yeah... Just gonna try and look up some, like, random information on this here and see if... Seems like there's, like, one Feebas tile per each, like, corner of the map. Like, there's these kind of, like, 4 rock, like, square things in each corner here. And it seems like there's, like, one Feebas location for each corner here. I'm just trying to see if anything randomly changed in the remake, although I wouldn't be surprised if nothing did. This doesn't help that Mount Cornet has like 1,000,000 floors here, so... I mean, I probably checked the square enough already here, but it was still worth checking here again. Yeah, I'm still just seeing the 4 fishing spots text again, so let's get comfortable because it's probably gonna still take a little while. We've only uncovered, like... Wait. Oh, it's just a Magikarp. Sorry, I forget what it means whenever it does, like, the dramatic close-up. Is that, like, a good IV Magikarp or something? I mean, not that it's of much importance, but, like... had no real reason to catch this at all, but I just kind of felt like it anyway. To fish here a second time just to see. It's worth checking on these, because Feebas also only has like a 50% chance of encounter, so it's worth, like, fishing in each square more than once just to see. Landed a Pokemon. Let's see what we get. What a surprise! I'm also using the old rod because if I were to use the good rod or the super rod, I'd end up getting a bunch of, like, Gyarados or Barboach or Whiscash or whatever else I don't really want to deal with. I mean, it wouldn't be very high leveled unless it was the super rod, but yeah, it's just stuff that I don't really need to deal with right now. I don't know if this happened before or after the last stream I did, I don't remember, but I did end up catching a Heracross from a honey tree as well, so that was something that I was missing for a while from the Pokedex. And I think that's the last thing I needed from the honey trees as well, specifically. How big is this pool? I want to say it's like... It's not small, I can tell you that right this second. Yeah, there's 528 tiles, and Feebas can only appear in 4 of them, so... Yeah, that's... And it's only 1 for every 132 as well, so... We're gonna be here a while. If I find the square where it is specifically, I'll probably catch a few just to... get a few, you know, I can transfer one over to my Brilliant Diamond and whatnot, but... I'm not sure if I talked about this or not throughout the year, or throughout any videos or streams yet. I feel like I might have talked about this in Mario Wonder, I don't really remember, but, one small goal I've been kind of working on for the year is like, it might be a little contradictory when I say, like, I want to save money, but one goal that I kind of want to finish up this year is hopefully finishing up the Smash Bros. Amiibo collection, which I'm actually down to, like, the last, like, 7 or 8 of those at this point. I have a vast majority of them, but there's just a few that I'm missing at this point. I'm almost positive I have talked about this in Mario Wonder. Because I remember talking about this somewhere anyway. I don't know, I was just thinking about that. Alright. Well, this area was... or that square's a bit of a bust, but... Man, it's gonna take me almost an hour to go through one line of this area here. That is... a little concerning. I didn't think it was gonna be that long. The worrisome thought is if I go through all the squares in this and, like... if you only go, like, once on every square, Bulbapedia was mentioning, like, it's a 1 in 16 chance at that point that, like, you just won't find a Feebas at all. And that's kind of, like, my one worry if I do kind of go through all this. I guess I probably would only need to go through, like, a quarter of the area and just kind of search there. I mean, that's probably the wiser idea, just with it being, like, a 1 in 132 at that point. But, I don't know. There's no good way of doing this, let's be real. There is not a single good way of doing this. don't think I've seen a second thing on this square yet. Man, it is empty seeing, like, stuff pop up on this. I don't think the rappel has an effect on that, because you can still obviously fish with a rappel up, but... Huh. I think if I have any other interesting stories to share lately. Off the top of my head, not really. I guess I could talk about this, given that, like, I guess this is sort of relevant, but, next week on... What day is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, I'm looking at it. That's actually January 31st, which actually marks my YouTube anniversary. That marks 16 years since I originally made my channel. Jesus, I feel old sometimes. But... Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like I'm gonna be doing anything other than maybe, like, maybe a shout-out, like, post on my social media feed or something, but, like, I don't really have a lot to say about it on the matter otherwise. Like, I don't have anything planned as of right now. Which is unfortunate, because I always do like, kind of, going through and doing certain things, but I don't know, with everything that's happened this month, and both in my personal life and for other circumstances that I'm not gonna talk about, and if you even try and ask me on this, I'm just gonna warn straight up front, if you ever try and bring up, like, the big thing going on in the Let's Play community, I will resort to an automatic timeout for that, and if it persists, it's going to turn into an automatic ban. It's not something I need to discuss on the channel right now. I don't know what the heck that was. Okay, I might have just... Oh no, what just happened there with my fishing rod? I got the message. It looked like I bobbed it a different way, but... Or it looked like it bobbed a different way, but... Huh. That was strange. So... Yeah, I know I know it's weird that I haven't recorded a single video in a month now, which is really, really weird for me to think about, but it's true. I haven't recorded or uploaded or... have I uploaded anything this month? I don't think I have. I've done multiple streams this month, though, and I have a bunch of VODs that still need to go up. Like, I have all the Mario Wonder VODs will go up at some point. The first couple Sly VODs will go up at some point. Mario Wonder's at least finished, so I can easily kind of go back to that at some point, but yeah. Huh. It seems like there's... Just doing a Google search, and apparently there is, like, a thing for helping to find like, a... thing for helping to find Feebas. I don't know what this is, though. Looks like it's a download thing. That's not really what I wanted to use here. I don't know. Let's just keep searching for this fish here. It'd be helpful if, like, you just didn't, like... If you didn't reel in, like, all the time, I guess. But, anyways... Seems like this is a... I found a site that seems like it has, like, a calculator based on the lottery, so... Let me have a look here and see... Seems like if I use a rod with, like, a certain ability, it might have a better chance of finding something, or, like, better chance of not doing this, so let's try this here. Mentioned something with... Do I have a Machoke or a Machamp in here? Wait, hold on. Ability. No, I don't have something with the ability No Guard. Abilities, what's it saying here? Illuminate, that's probably even less so for that. Isn't that Starmie's exclusive ability, I think? What's this Machamp ability here? Probably not that, though. I have two Machamps here and neither of them have the ability I need. That is kind of on the annoying side, not gonna lie. Let's see. Trapinch, actually, you should have the ability I'm looking for. Dang it, that's not the ability I need. Crap. Trapinch normally does have the ability that I was looking for there. Do I have like a... Arena Trap. Do I have anything with this ability? Yes, apparently I have a... Oh, I do have a Doug Trio. Okay, awesome. Now... Apparently if I use the Good Rod, I should be able to get a... I'm gonna use the Good Rod here so I don't have to deal with really, really high-level stuff here, but apparently this should guarantee me finding stuff at every encounter here now, so this should speed things up so dramatically here now. Oh, never mind. I was like, wait, something different? No, I forgot I'm using the Good Rod here. Thankfully, Doug Trio's actually really fast, so... Yeah, I should be able to run away from almost anything here. Apparently using the Good Rod and also having something with this ability in front will make it so that I don't have to, like, wait around all the time, so that should be useful. That honestly kind of solves, like, my biggest gripe with this, otherwise just having to wait around and not getting nibbles and everything. Like, this'll speed things up so much otherwise. It's still a... Is it still a... I need to look this up here. I'm just looking what the encounter rate is, so I know what to kind of look for. I think it's 50% regardless of the rod, but... it's a 50% chance. I guess I could try this lottery thing and see how that works out there. Let me first leave this area here so I can... Does this Diglett no dig? That would be so useful it did. Yes, it totally does. What are the odds my Diglett, or my Doug Trio, I guess, rather, does no dig, which is kind of the move that I wanted it to use there. Let's head to Jubilife and see if I can exploit this. This actually reminds me a long time ago. I think before, I don't know if it was before I made my YouTube channel. I think it might have been. Yeah, it must have been, because I remember really, like, trying hard to get a... Where am I going? I remember trying to get a Garchomp at one point, like, when Diamond and Pearl was still new, so, yeah, this must have been before I made the channel. Yes. This is 51940. Oh, I was gonna say, like, geez, did I match the full freaking thing, but... Yeah, it's looking like the calculator's saying that I would need to do this again tomorrow in order to, like, narrow it down, so... You know what that means? Back to fish farming at this point. Should honestly go by a lot faster, though, just with having the Doug Trio there to, like, speed this along here. It would be way worse trying to hunt this stupid fish in the fog. Which, no, I'm not even thinking about the idea of that, because that sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely miserable, and I do not have an interest in doing that. Okay, thankfully I remember where I left off here, though. It was at, like, the very edge of this area here. Let's get comfortable, because we're gonna be seeing this for a long time yet. But yeah, going back to this, like, Garchomp story, I remember a long time ago, like, before I think I even made my channel, like, I wanted to make a video, I guess, of, like, evolving a Gabite into a Garchomp, and, like, at the time, I didn't know really the good, like, experience spots in the game, though, at the time, and I think my Gabite was only, like, level, like, I think it was, like, 6 or 7 levels away from, like, its evolution, so I was making this, like, really bad, crappy, like, old camcorder video of, like, trying to evolve it or whatever, and eventually I think all I did was, like, trade it up, like, a bunch of stuff from my Leaf Green, which I think I used a Game Shark on at one point, or maybe it was my Emerald, I don't remember. It was something that I used a Game Shark on and had, like, a billion rare candies anyway, so I did something like that anyway. in order to get, like, yeah, it was a really crappy thing. It's long gone. It was never uploaded. It was on a, like, an old, like, VHS, like, cassette camcorder. Like, one of those things that your parents probably filmed, like, your old Christmas gatherings on or something. Like, it wasn't something that you could really use. So, yeah, I had no way of transferring that to my computer at the time, so, yeah, it remains lost to the sands of time, and it honestly deserves to. I'm trying to remember what, like, the first method that I tried doing was. Like, I know in, like, this was before I knew any good experience grinding spots in the game. Like, I think, I tried, like, fighting some random, like, late-game stuff, like, in the post-game area, like, kind of like that desert route, I remember. If I remember right, but yeah, it's been such a long time at this point. That was, like, the second thing I did to try and gain experience, and then I realized that that was gonna take, like, a million years. Maybe my first method was trying to fight a Steelix in Victory Road. I honestly don't remember. But yeah, that was definitely something I did in the old Gen 4 days, like the early Gen 4 days. Sorry, I shouldn't be yawning this much, but Feebas, man. At least this seems to be going by so much quicker now, though, without having to wait around. Like, I'm glad I kind of learned that with, like, the arena trap thing there. I could be wrong, but I have a strange feeling Feebas probably isn't wanting to show up when it's, like, hugging along a wall tile anyway, so I don't know, that could just be weird hunching there. Has there been anything, like, quite this annoying to get since, like, the old days? Like, I hate saying since the old days, but, like, Feebas always had this weird elusiveness to it. And, like, I'm trying to think if there's ever been anything that's been, like, this annoying to just find in, like, the years since then. I guess, like, random Pokemon that, like, I know Gen 7, like, some stuff only showed up if you did, like, SOS chaining and stuff, and I guess some of those things could be annoying. Like, I'm trying to think what else, like, just has, like, really either not stupid encounter rates, but just, like, stupid, like, encounter methods like this. Like, I don't know, it just seems like it's something that's kind of being lost on the series as it, like, kind of went on, but and I know in, like, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, like, obviously, like, Hoenn remakes, you know, still had, like, a weird Feebas situation as well, but I don't think... I want to say those games had, like, a spot where you were pretty much guaranteed to catch a Feebas, which is ironic, because it's arguably somehow worse to catch Feebas in, like, the old Gen 3 games than it is in this. Maybe it's not worse, maybe it's about the same, but... I just climbed, like, one section of this, and it took me an hour and 12 minutes, although granted, I feel like this sped up a lot once I started to, do the Doug Trio strat here. But, I don't know, man, this is such a... it's such a dumb thing to catch, man. On the squares it shows up, it is like a 1 in 2 chance of, like, showing up here, so... It's an easy thing to catch, like, once you find it. It's just actually finding it's the pain in the ass thing. This just seems like it should be no more than, like, a minute on each square at this point, if that even, so... Yeah, I definitely think I am making more progress than I was a while ago, anyway. I just wish I knew where, like, the square lines, like, divide, or, like, the section lines divided at. I think I actually, yeah, I did explore this one enough there. Oh, when are you gonna show up, you ugly yellowfish? Probably another, like, 3 hours if I had to guess. I don't know how long I'll stream this. I mean, I'm not doing anything for, like, a while today, so... honestly, I may as well do this for a little bit. I'm just double checking this square because I thought I only checked it once here. Just checking it twice and checking it twice. There's apparently a hockey-themed Hallmark movie like last year called Checking It Twice. I never watched it because it's a Hallmark movie. They always have like the same plot lines like all the time. But I just remember thinking that was really funny that that was like the plot they went with at one point. They're all like the same movies at the end of the day, like... yeah, it's... hockey loving... or like, a hockey player ends up being transferred to like some girl's town because... and like, they fall in love and her family is like hockey loving as well, and yeah, it's like... I know the Hallmark movies are always like, just change the... like, rolls around and it's the same movie every time, but yeah, it's just funny to me, I think. Not gonna lie, I'm actually glad that out of all the Pokemon I have that has like this no-guard or not no-guard, arena trap like strategy, I'm kind of glad it's Dugtrio and not Trapinch, because Dugtrio is actually fast and Trapinch isn't, so... even if, like, a Trapinch was, like, twice the level of half of these, I don't know if I'd even be able to run away as easily. If I had, like, another day of preparation, I'd be able to manipulate... oh, that was fast. I would have been able to manipulate the lottery easier, but... I guess I can write this down in, like, a note or something here, just in case I do return to this. Yeah, apparently that is something, there is like a tool site you can use for, that's supposed to help out with that, I guess, but... yeah... yeah, that's about all that's been happening on my end here. I think if I have any other random old stories with, like, playing the old Gen 4 games. I guess not off the top of my head that I haven't, like, already told the story of, like, yeah, I don't know, like, nothing's really popping in my mind off, like, the very top of my head anyway. I guess I can, this is kind of randomly thinking of, like, popping in my mind, but, like, I guess I could randomly talk about this, but, like, even though I know I've, like, done the Let's Play of it and whatnot, like, the Dawn Challenge run back in the day, and as much as I, like, in its heyday often touted that as one of my best Let's Plays, I don't really have that much, like, nostalgia or fondness for, like, for Platinum as a game, because, like, when Platinum first came out, like, it was something I was excited about, but at the time I had really wanted to make, like, a Let's Play of Pokemon Pearl, because I was watching a lot of people, like, Maryland and Superskarmory, and, like, people who made Pokemon Diamond videos at the time, and I felt like not really that many people talked about Pearl version that much, which is, it's the same game. I don't know why that matters that much, I guess, but, like, it's a thing anyway. And, at the time, like, I ended up losing my copy of Diamond, and then I wanted to, like, I got Pearl, like, a short while later, and then I was considering doing a Let's Play of Pearl then, but then Platinum was announced, and, like, it was, I think it might have even been out in Japan, I think, at the time. And so I got, like, really excited seeing stuff like that from, like, the game when it was out in Japan. And then I was like, okay, I'll wait until the English release until I start making videos on it. And then I kind of found out, this was still in, like, the really early days of my channel, and I found out how much work it went into to make a video series like that. Because, especially, it doesn't help, like, the early game of Diamond and Pearl can be a little bit slow as well, like, and even Platinum for that matter as well, like, it does have kind of a slow start, not as bad as some other games, mind you, like, I honestly think Black and White starts even slower, which says a lot, but, like, yeah, I ended up, like, I would record, like, a number of videos and then be lazy with uploading them because I wanted to play the game, and I felt like that, it held back my enjoyment too much to where I really just wasn't having fun doing it. And I remember also being really pissed at the time because, like, the game, that back then games used to release on a Sunday, and, like, a number of games, like, where I lived in Canada at the time didn't do Sunday shopping, believe it or not. I remember that being kind of a huge, like, fuss whenever stores actually started opening up on Sundays again. So, yeah, it was just a really, like, weird situation then. I remember, like, despite getting a bunch of games, like, the previous year on a Sunday, like, Brawl and Mario Kart Wii and a few others, like, they came out on Sundays, and I remember getting those on launch. Like, my copy of Platinum I couldn't get on launch date for some reason, I don't remember why. So, that sucked. And, like, I was already, like, jealous and annoyed at all, like, the people I was subbed to that started making videos on it at the time. And yeah, trying to make content on it hindered my enjoyment of it at the time. This was before I actually did the Dawn run a few years later, and honestly, I kind of just kept playing Pearl anyway. Like, I had played through all of Pearl version, like, a few months prior, so I kept playing that instead, because I was still doing, like, Battle Tower stuff and kind of wanting to, like, get into the meta of that game. I never was, like, great at it, but I enjoyed, like, watching, like, some early YouTubers make, like, Wi-Fi content back in those days. So yeah, it was just a really, like, bizarre time in those days, and the same problem I had actually happened with Heart Gold and Soul Silver as well, and I think you can hear me rant about this in some videos from back in those days, because I was a little bit more, not a lot more, but at least a little bit more seasoned at that point. I know in my old Metroid Prime Let's Play, like, not the updated one I did a couple years ago that was actually, like, a lot better, but my old one, I think I remember, like, ranting at one point that I was dropping, like, the Heart Gold Soul Silver thing, because, like, I was recording it on, like, 3 different camcorders, and it was like, stuff I was, like, inconsistent with uploading, and yeah, it was just, I wasn't having fun there again either, so it took me a long time before I was really, like, competent with doing Pokemon videos and recordings and whatnot, and I think that's something I kind of like about, like, streaming this game, is, like, it's a lot easier just to play this in, like, bigger sessions and whatnot. So, yeah. That's kind of how I felt about this anyway. And then, like, so, like, this is, like, early to mid 2010 at the time, I think, and I ended up getting, like, I ended up just starting to play Heart Gold Soul Silver on my own from then on, and I ended up, like, really enjoying that more, like, just being able to enjoy it on its own. And that's where I got to really, like, first experience, like, the Gen 4 Battle Frontier. But I didn't have that exposure with Platinum at all, so, like, by the time I eventually did play through Platinum, it was for the Dawn run that I did on YouTube back in 2011, so when I think of the game, that's usually what I think about. Like, some of the videos, like, when I went through the Distortion World and things like that was legitimately my first time going through that, so yeah, it's, I don't know, I don't have the fondness for a lot of the weird, like, new additions that Platinum added that really did make it a better game overall, but, like, I still just, I have a lot more fondness and nostalgia for Diamond and Pearl than I do Platinum. That might be why I tolerate and enjoy this game a lot more than most people do, but, like, I don't know, it's just strange to think about, I guess. Like, I don't know, Platinum just feels like this really weird game to me that, like, everyone else I know has played a bunch of times and really enjoys, and I just didn't play it for some reason or another. I mean, I know the reason why. It's a very niche and stupid reason, but, like, I just didn't really. And looking back, there was aspects of the Platinum LP that I still wasn't really even, like, crazy about looking back. So, I don't know. It's a strange thing, man. I think I'm only like halfway down the lane here, actually. Shoot, I thought I was closer to the bottom than I am. Ugh. Really, maybe I might just have to come back here in the next day to look at where it is here. I guess we'll have to kind of just wait and see. I never really know what happens. I'm checking it once, I'm checking it twice. Gonna find out which bass is around. Zach the trainer is coming to fish. He sees you when you're carping. He sees you when you're boach. He knows if you've been fishing or not, so you better be fishing for fish's sake. Better be fishing for fish's sake. I don't know. Oh, damn it. having fun yet? Oops, I did not mean to bump the microphone like that. I can't believe we've gone almost 2 hours and I've only gone, like, up and down, like, 2 rows of this thing so far. I know, like, maybe a good, like, 10-15 minutes of that was, like, kind of screwing around and, like, getting things started and whatnot, and, like, the few minutes I spent trying to do the lottery thing, but still, that's just kind of ridiculous. It's definitely been going by faster, at least, thanks to the... Well, thanks to the... You know what I mean. It feels weird for me to be, like, randomly referencing Christmas stuff so much, like, this stream when, like, you know, Christmas was, like, over a month ago now. Feels weird, like, it does not feel like Christmas was more than a month ago to me at this point. I mean, January is being kind of a craptastic month, all things considered, but, like, yeah, it's... I don't know, it's just strange to think about, you know? I think if I have much more to say at this point, which is dumb for me to be saying here, like, an hour and 40-something minutes into a stream here. Like, usually I'm... I knew today's stream was gonna be a whole, like, load of nothing here, but... Jeez. I just wish I knew, like, I know there's 4 sections of, like, the area, and I think Feebas can appear in one of each. I just wish I knew where, like, the dividing line for each section was. If such a thing even exists, because this is a really weirdly shaped area. I think I mentioned this before. Not that I have a lot to say on this, but I've been working on a cosplay for the last little while. I think... Oh god, I must have been since, like, the last summer, I think, but it only really kind of started getting work done in the fall. And by that, I mean we found, like... I don't want to give away too much until it's actually done. I've told a few friends, but... it's a certain character who has, like, what I can only describe as a Michael Keaton Batman situation, where, like, it's wearing a mask that, like, goes from, like, the top all the way down to the neck, and the first time a friend of mine was helping me print, like, with, like, a 3D printer, and she measured my, like, dimensions way too small, and the neck piece she gave me, like, it was, like, suffocating when I tried to put it on, so I was like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to fit a helmet on over top of this, so we had to basically restart everything from scratch, so that was fun. But I think we're at a point, knock on wood, where things are a lot better with it now, I think. I mean, it's almost 3D printed. I think there's only, like, a couple of sections that still need to be printed now, I think. So, that's a thing. I didn't mean to reel in that early. Again, I don't know if Feebas can... I don't see why Feebas couldn't appear on the walls, though. That's the only thing, so... Yeah, it's... everything has to be checked anyway. Because it's just more likely to appear on one of the open spaces. Just because there's so much more of those. I probably shouldn't be checking my phone, like, mid-stream here. Also, I think I checked this space already. I don't know why I'm, like... Or maybe I didn't check this space already. I don't know. I don't know what I haven't looked at this point. Everything's all the same. It's all the same. All of the names will change. I love that that song is randomly referenced in Persona 5. Like... I don't know if it's in the original or if it's in Royal. I think it's a change in Royal, if I remember right. I don't remember. Like, when you first, when Makoto Nijima first joins the party in that, like, the gang's talking on, like, their cell messages, like, shortly after, and she's like, Ryuji's all like, you were totally just like that song, and like, instead of saying I'm wanted, he says I'm a phantom on a steel horse I ride, and she just responds with, please don't say such things, also for the record, I'm most certainly not wanted. It's such a, like, funny and random reference, but I love it all the same anyways. It also kind of reminds me of in the in the music video for the Bon Jovi song These Days, there's, like, a very, like, blink and you miss it cameo of... It shows, like, the band in, like, a bunch of different, like, cultures, and, like, on tour in a bunch of different parts of the world, and at one point it's showing the band in Japan, and you can see, like, a Sailor Moon, like, pachinko machine, I think, like, one of those, like, or maybe not pachinko, but, like, gacha machines, I guess, and it's just funny, like, at a context, you look at it and see, like, it's Sailor Moon in, like, a Bon Jovi music video, like... Yeah, it's such a random thing out of context, but... Yeah, it's... I think I shared that, like, picture on my Instagram, like, a long time ago. I don't even really use Instagram all that much anymore. I used to back in, like, 2016 through 2018, but I really haven't used it, like, much at all since then. So... yeah, it's... Let's see, any other stupid Bon Jovi related stories I can think of? Probably not anything off the top of my head. That's a very random thing to bring up here, I guess, but what else is new here? Let's see, what could be brought up? Didn't mean to reel that in too quickly there. Geez, sorry, I shouldn't be yawning this much here. I swear I got enough sleep, I think. I thought I woke up at, like, maybe I slept a little less than normal last night. I don't honestly remember, to tell you the truth, but... yeah. I reeled that in too early. doesn't appear there's anything on this area here. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find that Bon Jovi screenshot that I shared a long time ago in order to send it to a friend. I know I have it saved on my phone somewhere. There it is. Such a random thing, and I don't know why I'm like randomly fixated on this like Bon Jovi topic. Like, why? Like, I don't know. This this stream may have just broken me. Maybe, I don't know. It's not like it's an interesting stream, but like, oh man, I think this is gonna be my weird loopy sense of humor kind of kicking in here. It's like good old Gen 1 Bennies or something, I don't know. No, that, like, isn't even, that, I don't know, there's... Damn it. There's a video on, Picked Up on a Bus's channel where he's talking about, he has a bunch of videos where he talks about Beanie Babies, which is like the weirdest thing for me to bring up now, but... Okay, I won't make this a huge topic, I don't have much to say about beanies, but like... There's one where... He's talking about like, just really stupid, like, posts you see on like... people trying to buy beanies or something, and one of the comments is like... It's something along the lines of, like, yeah, I have, Gen 1 Bennies, and, I need to know how much these are worth. It's just it's the misspelling of Bennies that, like, cracks me up every time I think about it. It's stupid, it makes no sense, but... I don't know, man. At that point now, and I have the stupidest sense of humor, I'm gonna say for the record here, like, I was watching some Christmas movies, here I am back to Christmas again, but... I was watching some Christmas movies with, like, some friends there a while ago, and me and one of my friends, we watched all of Elf, and I might have laughed maybe once or twice in the entire movie, because I just don't find Elf all that funny, and, like, everyone else I know thinks it's hilarious, and I'm like, this is really dumb and boring. I mean, not boring's not the right word, but, like, just... dumb. And so, yeah, that was a thing. But yet, we watched Die Hard, and, like, Die Hard's not even a comedy, and yet I find that to be funnier than Elf is. Like, is that not weird? Maybe? Maybe to some it is, but, like, I don't know, I just have a weird sense of humor. I like dry, like, sarcastic stuff. Anything that's, like, super, like, jump cutty, like, up close, like, tries to be funny, I actually don't really like or find that interesting that much. That's why I don't really edit my videos to be as such. Like, I don't really laugh whenever people do, like, quote-unquote funny, up-close, like, things like that. I don't know what it would be like if I did ever try to edit like that. I don't know if I honestly could with a straight face edit something like that, to tell you the truth. Oh! Oh! We found it! We found a wild Feebas! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, finally! Finally! Let's go! Let's go! Well... Okay, you're just gonna prove to be hard to get now. That's fine. Thankfully, now that we know where Feebas is, we can very easily just farm it here, so I may catch a few of them, but holy crap, let's go. Let us go. I'll catch a few Feebas, might as well. It's such a rare Pokemon that, like, it's worth trying to catch anyway, so... Yeah, Feebas, this thing is very, very tough to find. Hold on, wait, hold on. I'm gonna switch to the Super Rod, even though I don't... Nope, wait, hold on, I want... Buttons are confusing me here. Where is it? I don't think the Super Rod actually matters for Feebas's levels here, actually, so... I'll catch a few, though, anyway. Just because this is such a rare find, and, like, if I were to try and catch this tomorrow, it would be in a completely different spot, so... Yeah, I'll just throw it some Ultra Balls, honestly, may as well. Pretty sure Feebas has, like, a really high catch rate, so... It's strange, I feel like doing more this stream, and I don't know what, if that makes any weird amount of sense. I guess I could maybe, like, try and hunt down the unknowns. Like, that is a... It's not, like, a super important thing, but it is something you can do in this game. But I'd also like to evolve a Feebas as well. I need to do something very specific for it, but let me just see what the natures of the ones I've caught are. Not like I'm, like, gonna be using this thing or anything, but I'd like to just kind of compare it with some of these other ones that I've caught. Yeah, here's the Heracross that I've caught from a honey tree there. Not a great nature for it, but okay. Careful, that's... No, not good. Docile is neutral. Lonely is not good. We can keep catching a few, honestly. It's... May as well. I'm surprised this basically only went up to about the 2-hour mark. I'm genuinely really surprised by that. That's a crit capture there. I'm just catching a few of these because, like, I want to get one with a preferably, like, special attack nature. That's a little intimidating there. I should be able to outrun this unless it's, like, a really high level here. That's only 41, I can outrun that. Dugtrio's really fast, so... As long as I don't run into, like, a level 60 Gyarados or something, I should be good to outrun here. I guess it doesn't really matter what rod you use for catching Feebas here, so... That's not too bad, I guess. I'm just trying to catch one with maybe a preferable nature to what it evolves into. Feebas is basically like a special variant of Magikarp, like, it, like, special is in, like, the special attack stat, like, Gyarados is a very physical-oriented Pokemon, and Feebas just isn't. Brave, that's not, or no, that's not good for it at all, actually. Where's that other one I caught there? Hasty, that's not terrible, I guess, but I want to get one with, like, a plus special attack boosting nature. Modest would be preferable. Yeah, it's like, since we're at the 2-hour mark, like, I'll keep going a little bit into, like, at least evolve Feebas here. There's a couple of steps that we need to do for it, but otherwise, I'm not sure. Like, yeah. Gentle, that's decent. I don't think Feebas' evolved form, I'm pretty sure it's one of those cases where it has, like, again, good special defense, but not great physical defense. I think. Its evolved form is really good at being, like, just a special, like, walling pain in the ass. I mean, we've seen its evolved form. It evolves into Milotic. I don't need to really keep that a secret, given that we fought Cynthia and Dawn and a few other trainers that have used Milotic, so... yeah, it only has base 79 defense, which isn't as good as its 125 special defense. So... I'll catch maybe, like, 5 more and just see. I have a neutral nature one anyway. That's just not a Milotic at all, or not a Feebas, rather. Same generation they debuted in, though, so... I've never used a Milotic. I've always felt mixed with it as a Pokemon, because, like, I'm sure it's not bad to use at all. Like, I'm sure it's just a really great, like, standard Pokemon to use. I always felt Milotic was a bit one-note in some ways. Like, it almost always is usually coming packing with, like, let's give it Surf, let's give it Ice Beam, and, like, that's pretty much all it needs at that point. Maybe Hydro Pump, but, like, it's just not something that typically learns, like, a lot of moves in particular. So... I said I'd catch 5, so I caught 1 already, so this will be... Go until I have... a few more. Yeah, I'll go until I have 40 Ultra Balls, basically, which shouldn't take me too long to get through. I'm curious what other Pokemon I'll still need. Obviously, Spiritom's a big one, and that's, like, the iffiest one that I still need here, but otherwise, I don't know what else I would still need for the, like, base game decks. There's still a few legendaries I need, though, too, so... But then again, I don't know if those don't really count for the 151, but I still want to get those anyway, and... I don't know, I'm probably just rambling to myself at this point. Ooh, you broke out. Why are you being hard to get? No, you're... This should not, like, have an effect on here. That's a crit capture, so that should get it there. Surprised this guy broke out of 2 Ultra Balls. That's kind of unheard of. I'll just see what I've caught now anyway. Lax, Relax, Impish, that, oh no, never mind, that's not what I want. Lonely, definitely not what I want, and that's just not the right thing at all there. Also, Modest is not a good nature for an Apom at all. Yeah, Apom was something I considered, whoops, didn't mean to bump the camera again. Bump the microphone. Apom was something I considered using in this series, but, at the time I just felt like my team had too many physical attackers. Like, I had, like, you know, who did I have at the time? Luxray, Crobat, Rhydon at the time, Gallade. Like, there was just so many physical attackers on my team that I just didn't really feel right having like, you know, I didn't really feel like having another, like, normal type physical attacker, and that's also why I didn't want to use Ursaring either, because I was considering that as well. That's ultimately why I went with, Blissey, because Blissey, like, has a little bit more, not a little bit more going for it, but, like, I liked that, like, it's a normal type that just is more defensive and has, like, a lot of good, like, TM coverage. I may even change, like, I want to keep Flamethrower Ice Beam on Blissey, but I may even give it some other, like, attacks, like, later on if certain things, like, I don't know. Stuff in the post-game kind of scares me with what we're going to be coming up against. So, I know I said I'd stop at 40 Ultra Balls, but I still want something that's better than what I have. Okay, there's one Feebas. Also, is autosave on here? So, whoops, not the ball capsules. Yes, turn autosave back on for the love of God. That was just way too early. Okay, why am I anticipating this too much here? Landed a Pokemon. Let's see what we get. Not the thing I want at all. Also, I think, yeah, I think random, like, not fun fact about Gyarados, but, like, I think depending on the gender, like, the difference is, like, the color of its whiskers. Like, I think female Gyarados have, like, white whiskers, I think. Yeah, this one's a male as well, because it's blue. I think that's a difference with it, anyway. Okay, come on, can I just... I want to check, like, maybe one or two more Feebas, anyway. If worst case scenario, I'll evolve that, like, neutral nature one, but still... At least in this case, I know I have a bajillion Feebas at this point. Okay, come on, stop giving me... It's a 50-50 chance here. Can you start giving me, like, something else here? There we go. That's a crit capture. Okay, there's the autosave there. Can I not, like... Yeah, I can manually, like, change that, so... Just so I can check, like... Bold... oh, bold and modest. Okay, both of these are good natures for it. Plus defense and plus special attack. Yeah, that's good. Dugtrio... Use Dig. Use Dig in a big old body of water here. Oh, man. I can't believe we've actually, like... We've done it there. We got a freaking... Okay, now we're going to Hearthome City here. Honestly, I gotta say this, given the fact that I used a Murkrow to catch Mesprit and Cresselia, honestly, for Dugtrio, you've earned a better spot in my new penthouse here, because... hold on, I'm just checking... Yeah, that's the modest one there. Not that I'm gonna be using it super seriously or anything, but... Trio, you're gonna head to my penthouse here. Along with... Dr. Quack, Barry, Conquer, and Catch Mesprit. Okay, now... I need to remember which house does the Poffin cooking here, because that's what I need to find. Oh, wait, do you... Okay, I got the Eevee already. I was like, wait, do I have something I can do here? But yeah, I got Eevee already. That's good. This is the Poffin house here. We have a bit of a minigame we're gonna do, which I will actually do in just a few minutes here. I need to be right back, but don't go away. We'll be right back. Who's ready to do some cooking by the book? They cook berries and turn their berries into poffins. I need to remember which berries are good for, like... which berries are good for this here? I don't remember, like, with the berry chart. I think it's... Hold on, I'm looking this up here, because I don't know... Is there a spot that tells me, like, what type of... Make poffins at Amity Square. There's a bit more to it than that. I remember, like, one thing... Not right this second, Jubilife. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what berries are good for... the beautiful condition here. Let's see here. Chesto berries are good. You don't want to use multiple of the same berry, so keep that in mind. Wiki berries are good. Let me just... hold on. Oh... I wish I had pantry berries, but I don't. Kelpsy berries are decent, I think. I think, like, just blue-colored berries in general are supposed to be good. I'll throw in blockberries, I guess, or do I have... yeah, I do have some of those. I'll try with these here anyway and just see what it produces here. You don't want to go in with multiple of the same berry, which is kind of annoying here. I learned that the hard way when I did this before, like when these remakes first came out, I think. So, I prefer, like, spinning with both the... oh wait, hold on, I'm spinning the wrong way here. That probably impacted my score here a little bit, but... I prefer spinning with both the analog sticks here, also Control 6 spinning. What am I playing? Mario Party's Tug-of-War at this point, but... yeah, you can use both the left stick and the right stick to rotate this, and I find that easiest for me anyway. You want to just spin it fast enough so that it doesn't burn but doesn't overflow. Dry sour poffin. I may even just try it with, like, just the dry berries, so, like, Chesto. What does the wiki berry do for this again? Yeah, let's... I could just try with just those there, honestly, and just see what happens. I'm just gonna try with these here and just see what kind of happens from this here. You don't want to use multiple of the same berry, because that just really screws with a lot of things. It's this way that I want to go here. Hopefully my control sticks don't feel this when I play Mario Party later, but God knows what'll happen with the RNG gods if they give us, or decide to give us Tug of War. If you're playing in handheld, you can also use the control stick, or the touchscreen to do this as well, which is obviously how this was meant to be played on the original, but yeah. I just remember, like, doing this perfectly when, like, the remakes came out and wondering why I was always getting, like, really failed poffins, but it's because if you use multiple... Oh, shoot, I think I got a burn warning there, I think. Shoot, I hope I didn't just get a burn there. Nope, I didn't. Dry poffin level 25. Curious, like, if I give those now, like, let me open my poffin case here. You want to cook, like, really, really high-level poffins here. Ooh, oh wow, I have a lot of dry sour poffins here. Let's just start with... You can only give so many, like, poffins to a Pokemon to boost its stats here. Like, once its Sheen maxes out there, that's the, like, upper end of what I can... Yeah, that's like the upper end of what I can actually give it there. I might have enough to get this here. Hold on, I'm saving here just in case, but I should have enough, like... Hold on, where's autosave at? There it is. I know I turned this on earlier, but I kind of just want to save here just in case. Now, no, I didn't want to try and use my fishing rod there. Poffin case. Let's see what else I can give you here. Well, I have some more dry poffins to give you. I'm not sure what'll happen once I start giving it, like, the dry sour ones, so... hopefully this will boost its, like, dryness stat. Like, dryness stat's a weird thing, but yeah, the dry Poffins boost its beauty stat here, so I think this should be good here. I'm pretty sure we're at a point where if I can max out its beauty here, then we should be good to evolve it here shortly. It's such a weird evolution requirement. Yeah, I think if I give it, like, some more here, it should be at, like, max beauty here pretty shortly. Yeah, beauty looks basically all the way. I would be surprised if, like... I guess I can try and keep giving it some beauty ones here and just see. It's not like I'm using these Poffins on, like, too much of anyone else right now, so... Feebas happily ate the Poffin. Yeah, it looks like the beauty stat's maxed out there. I think that should be good for its evolution now. And... because I am a fool here... Actually, hold on, can I... I don't think it's late enough. I think this is only at nighttime. There is another Pokemon I think I would be able to catch, but I don't know if I can actually get this without it being nighttime, which is kind of annoying because it's not going to be night for another, like, 3 hours here. Okay, hold on. I need to change my items here. Versus Seeker... Bike, I want registered. And it was the DS sounds that I wanted there. Oh, I forgot to mention, since I have the Gracidia... Well, actually... No, never mind. I was about to say, since I have the Gracidia, I could show off Shaman's other form, but I feel like I would have mentioned that after getting Shaman a few videos, or like a few streams ago. I don't remember. It was a long time ago when I recorded that. Anyways, I don't know if I can catch the thing that's in here or not. I feel like it has to be nighttime, I think. I could be wrong. I'm looking this up here. Because there is a special encounter here, but I think it has to be on a... Yeah, I'm not sure 100%. Oh, huh. It seems like it's only Ghastly that can be found here. I think in the original you could also find Haunter and Gengar in this area as well, but only, like, under specific circumstances. I think I've been to the old chateau already. I actually don't remember if I've come here yet or not, but... Yeah, the thing I'm looking for doesn't show up here unless it's nighttime, which is annoying, but... Because I wouldn't mind, like, showing it off here, but... I honestly don't remember if I've explored the old chateau on the streams yet or not. I feel like I have, because... I don't see why I wouldn't have come here earlier, but there is something you can only find here. Like, in the post-game. It's just, it's only at nighttime when you can actually catch it, so... Maybe I have been here? I came here for another reason, in particular pertaining to Feebas, just because, at least with Feebas here, I can use... I can use this to get, like, a couple of special attack boosting EVs. It's not like it's a super huge deal or anything, but it's at least something anyway. I know when, like, Feebas will get, like, slightly more special attack whenever it levels up and evolves, just because I'm fighting a bunch of Ghastlies here. I'm also just kind of keeping an eye out to see if, there's, like, a little girl that can sometimes show up here, I think. Oh. Yeah, that was just it there. Yeah, sometimes that just kind of happens in this place. It is very, very weird and creepy. I don't know if there's anything else that can spawn in like this here. Yeah, it's really, really weird. Apparently there's another guy who can sometimes show up in the kitchen area as well, but I never had the chance to show that. Okay. I'll save just in case, but I don't think the game registers it as nighttime, which is funny that it's seen as sunset right now, even though it's... Yeah, there's something here that will show up in the TV if you encounter it at nighttime. I guess I'll probably have to show it off another time because it's only 5 o'clock my time right now, and I don't feel like waiting another 3 hours for that thing to show up. So... I guess I have been to the old chateau, it's just been so long. I'll just keep, like, looking here and seeing if... Sometimes there's an old man that can sometimes show up on, like, the other side of the table here. I don't know if that's... how common that is, necessarily, but... Yeah... I wish there was some trainer that I knew who used special attack EV stuff, but honestly, I don't really know. I just know Ghastly's like an EV thing, so... for special attacks, so... Again, not that this matters all that much, really. If I wanted to, I could give Feebas the Lucky Egg to speed this up a little bit, but... oh well. I may also, like, I've been considering it, like, I may consider replacing the move Mystical Fire on Miss Magius, but I haven't really decided yet. I could just use a rare candy, actually. In fact, you know what? May as well. I have so many of those, and... or I only have 4. Do I have a Lucky Egg at all? Lucky Egg. Yes, I do. I'll have to remember to take that off of Feebas whenever this is all done, but I'm fine to just kill time here doing this. I'm not that I'm planning to use those rare candies for anything, but you never know. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, Feebas is getting 87 now, so... Actually, hold on. What does... Trying to think if there's something like late game that would have a good special attack EV yield as well, and I'm not really thinking of much like off the top of my head. I'm trying to even just think of late game areas that would have something. Oh well, we'll just keep trucking along here. We'll just keep trucking along. Back in my day, if we wanted to either train, this was the way we did things. Almost halfway there. It's such a stupid thing that I could very easily use a rare candy on to evolve it, but... Watch me just randomly run into a shiny Ghastly in an area like this, too. Just watch, like, it's not gonna happen, but watch if it did, like... Yeah, I feel like the more I do this, the more Feebas is, like, whenever it does eventually get a level up, it will probably get a decent special attack buff there. Maybe it might not be too apparent, though. I don't think Feebas by itself is a good base special attack stat. Its evolved form definitely does, though. I don't know why I'm choosing to show this off for this, but I just kind of am, I guess. So how about that Bon Jovi? Nah, I don't know. I talked about Bon Jovi enough earlier in this stream. We don't need to get back there too much. I am a little annoyed. I kind of wish I could show off the other thing here, but it has to be nighttime to do that, so... Probably next stream, I think we might show that off, because there is like a certain other ghost type that I want to show off as well, so it might be good to do a doubleheader and get those out of the way, and then we could probably focus on more, like, gym rematches and stuff. This was an oddly specific and niche stream, but, I mean, I don't mind that we did it, honestly. Oh god, I'm just realizing Spear Tomb also needs to be a thing, like... That's gonna require talking to a whole mess of people in the underground. I don't know where the hell half of anyone is in that I have or haven't talked to yet, so... Yeah, that's gonna be a whole mess in of itself to kind of figure out. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to hit run away. That was a mistake there. Oops. Reminds me of this one myth I saw, like, or heard about a long time ago, back in, like, the... Oh god, this might have been when I was still, like, playing Fire Red Leaf Green for the first time, like... I heard a myth at one point that, like, the odds of running into a shiny Pokemon... Or actually, it wasn't a shiny Pokemon, the odds of getting Pokerus... Which apparently are... way rarer than finding a shiny, by the way, and yet I've seen Pokerus way more in my life than I have... Have I even gotten Pokerus in this playthrough? I feel like I have. It was like the odds of getting that are, like, way rarer than, like, getting a, shiny or something. Or, like... Within Pokerus, it's like... If you fight more, like... If you fight, like, a bunch of battles and don't ever run away or something like that, it's supposed to increase the odds of getting it or something. I think it's just Hullabaloo. Pokerus is just completely random whether or not it shows up, but, like... Yeah. Pokerus is basically a thing where... It's what they describe as a virus, where, like, if your Pokemon gets it... It'll show up with the icon that they have it for, like, a few days, and then after the fact, it'll be, like, yeah, they'll, like, recover from it, and it'll show, like, a happy face icon next to them or something, and I think whenever they get that, it makes it a lot easier to get, like, effort values or something. Like, I think once they've had it, it's still, like, the effect carries over, like, after the fact. It's kind of just completely random if they do end up getting it, but yeah, it's just kind of a thing. Anyways, oh, yeah, no special attack buff there, but after this, it definitely should. Definitely should evolve after this. Whew, this was a long, long, long time coming there. Hello, Milotic. Yeah, Milotic's a pretty cool Pokemon in of itself. Like, it's usually rare and impossible to find if you ever do try to use it, but it is good if you can get it, though, so... I think to end this off, I kind of just feel like fighting Barry, if I'm being honest. Just, it's a Saturday, and I feel like doing something somewhat productive, but... I'll take that. throw you in with the rest of this stuff here. And with all of these other Feebas here. And yeah, I feel like fighting Barry here, so let's bring out a team to fight Barry with. Who's low? Floofbird's 73 here. You know what? It's going pretty good, Ardo. It's going pretty good. Kind of just getting close to the end of the stream. I'm just kind of feeling like rematching Barry again just for doing something, but yeah, it took a little while, but actually, I shouldn't say it took too long. It took about 2 hours, but yeah, we ended up finding Feebas, like, right around the 2-hour mark. Adjusted for, like, time getting there and the waiting screen at the start and whatnot. I found out a little trick with, a few Pokemon. Like, I was using this Doug Trio where Pokemon with abilities like Arena Trap and it's like Arena Trap, No Guard, which is an ability that the Machamp line can have, although none of my Machamps have, none of these two have this. Basically, it makes it so that when you go to fish, it'll guarantee something on the hook as long as it's the good rod or better. That sped up the process so much by the time of it, because that was what was getting me early on, was like, I was having more than not of, like, going to fish, not catching anything on the hook, and yeah, it was a really, like, slow and tedious process for that. Suction Cups works like that. Do I even have an Octillery? I mean, I think I do have an Octillery, but, like, would my Octillery even have that ability? I think this one has Sniper. Yeah, this one has Sniper. Yeah, I think there's a few other abilities that are like that as well, but yeah, I just got lucky and found, when I heard Arena Trap was one of those, and then lo and behold, I found that I randomly had a Doug Trio that had this. I also thought of Trapinch when I first heard of that ability as well, because I know Trapinch can get it, but thankfully I'm glad my Doug Trio had it instead, because Trapinch is way slower, so before the end, let's just see what old Barry's up to here. Not the only one who's getting tougher, you know. I'll prove it here now. Get ready to battle. So yeah, we ended up catching Feebas, like, right almost on the 2-hour mark. So that was definitely good to finally get that out of the way. And I just realized I forgot to turn battle animations on, so oh well. I also realized, you freaking Focus Sash, I always forget that he has that in this game. And that he's using Sunny Day. I also realized I didn't heal after this, so my Mismagius has no uses of, no uses of Shadow Ball at all, but that's alright. Might not even need to use Mismagius for too much here. Heracross, that's a weird thing to send in here, but actually, yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess Bug type against Psychic type, but also Fighting type against Psychic type, so I don't know what your strategy is here with this. Alright. We're using a Rapidash. I could use my own, but it would kind of be a dumb type matchup. Let's use Rex Rocker for this. Nice. At least it didn't try and use something like Solar Beam on me. That would have actually been kind of dangerous, but that wasn't the case. Torterra. You know what? Sure. If with the sunlight still out, I may as well use my own Rapidash for this. This honestly was a pretty good stream, though. Like, weirdly loopy, like, you know, I was talking about old stories of, like, how I just didn't really play Platinum at all when it first came out. There was all the Bon Jovi talk when that was going on. That was a thing. It was an interesting stream. Definitely an interesting stream, to say the least. And we set out to do the thing we accomplished for. I honestly thought that we could have been there for hours trying to hunt that yellowfish, but we got it. Also, seeing Snorlax here, I need to look through my Pokétch app and check something, because I know there is something that you can get with Snorlax that I think I got, but there's also something you can get with a Kecleon that you need Snorlax to get first, and I wouldn't mind showing that off. I don't have anything electric or grass here, so... Jin stick in for this, because I don't have anything else that's really that good against a Floatzel here. Let's just go for Psycho Cut, I guess. Oh, crap, come on. Oh, okay, that'll help. And just because of that, let's go for Close Combat. I kind of forgot how good Steadfast is for that. And that's it for Barry there. What just went down? You're telling me I lost again? Yes, you definitely did just lose again. That's okay. More toughen up. More toughen up. Yeah. We've heard this song and dance before. I think next time we play this, though, there's a number of ghosts we have to catch. There was a ghost I was hoping to catch in this stream, but it doesn't show up until after 8 o'clock, and it's only 5:30 right now. I don't really feel like streaming for another 2.5 hours. So, I think next time we stream this, we'll do a late-night stream and hopefully catch a few ghosts, because there's a few that I would like to catch. One I might do some preparing for off-camera, because, like, let me just look and see what I still need here. That is gonna take, like, a lot of off-camera work. Let me just see what I still need, at least in the Sinnoh decks. I know there's a bunch of evolutions I need, but... What do I still... well... Oh, I think it's just Spiritomb I need here. In this dex, at least, anyway. Yeah, from the looks of things. Well, I know what we're gonna attempt next time if I can trigger it. I can probably just explore in the underground and see if we can get that to show up there. Let's see what else I need after the fact, because there's a bunch of evolutions I still need. Yeah, there's a bunch of evolutions I still need. I don't even remember, like, I'll have to look this up. I know there's, like, Porygon Z, 2 evolutions, Dusk Noir, a bunch of those are trait evolutions that I might need to look at there. I was gonna say Rhyperior's, oh, okay, Rhyperior's up there. I was gonna say we're using that on our team, so, yeah, yeah, like, there's a lot of other stuff I can get. Some stuff will be pretty easy to get, though. That is gonna be something we'll go after next time there, because I know exactly what that is, and same for... this here, I believe, and this here I actually need a Ditto in order to get here, so this is a main legendary that we've been able to catch for a long time, though, so I think next time we're gonna go on a ghost hunt. Should be a fun time. Now then, do we have a raid target we can see about? I know, yeah, let's raid Slim. He was playing DK64, but looks like he's looking through Nintendo Power magazines here, so that might be fun to raid there. I know he's been kind of doing that a bit as of late, so let's send the love over to Slim's way here. Let's see what tags we can use here. Yeah. This was a good stream, though. Definitely a very weird one, but honestly, it was kind of funny being weirdly loopy like that. Thanks everyone for tuning in here, and next time we'll go on a ghost hunt. I'll see you guys for that then. Peace out.